The Bleach manga had one of the worst endings in shonen history. Rushed fights, character arcs that just stopped, a final war that felt like it was being wrapped up with duct tape, and somehow the anime keeps fixing it, episode by episode, 4 years in a row. Thousand Year Blood War: The Calamity just dropped its first episode on July 25th, and it's the last stretch, the final 10 episodes, and I think this cour is about to do something almost no anime adaptation has ever pulled off. Actually rewrite a bad ending into a good one while the original author sits right next to the wheel. Tite Kubo is dealing with serious health problems while writing it. Shonen Jump had him on a brutal deadline, and it shows. The Zero Division, supposedly the strongest Soul Reapers in existence, got taken out with barely any panel time. Ichigo's own backstory, his mom, his Quincy heritage, big chunks of it got rushed or just left hanging. You had a war that was building for 200 plus chapters and an ending that felt like Kubo ran out of pages. That's not me being harsh, that's basically the consensus take among manga readers. So when the anime came back in 2022, it wasn't just a redraw of the same story. Kubo got directly involved as a supervisor, and Pierrot started adding scenes that never existed in the manga at all. Harribel's death at Yhwach's hands, which the manga just mentioned in passing, got a full dramatic flashback. There's a scene where Urahara talks to Ichigo through a video call before the Squad Zero meeting. That's not in the manga either, it's just there to give you a breather and a laugh before things go dark again. And the Yamamoto versus Yhwach fight got entire new sequences, flashbacks, expanded choreography, stuff the manga just didn't have room for. Now here's why this final part matters more than any of the previous three. Kubo has actually gone on record saying Calamity will have more original material than any cour before it. Not less, as you'd expect from a rushed finale. More. And there are specific things fans have been waiting years to see corrected. In the manga, Aizen vs. Yhwach, arguably the fight everyone wanted most, got cut short because Renji and Ichigo interrupted it almost immediately. The anime is expected to actually let that fight breathe this time. Then there's the Zero Squad conflict from Part 2, which ended so abruptly back in 2023 that it became its own point of debate in the fandom. That thread is finally getting picked back up here. Add in Kenpachi's long-teased Bankai against Gerard, and this cour is stacked with payoffs that the manga just never delivered properly. Now I'll push back on myself for a second, because it's not automatically a good thing to add this much extra material to a finale. More anime original scenes means more chances to pad things out or slow down momentum right when a story is supposed to be sprinting to the finish line. Some fans are genuinely nervous about that. Part 2 already caught criticism for ending on a fight that felt unfinished. And if Calamity leans too hard into expansion instead of resolution, it could repeat that exact mistake instead of fixing it. Here's my honest opinion though. The difference is Kubo is the one steering the expansion, not a studio inventing filler to stretch runtime. Every scene they've added so far, Harribel's flashback, the Yamamoto fight, the Basbi and Jugran backstory, has had a reason to exist. It's not padding, it's stuff Kubo wanted to write and never got the pages for. Call me biased, but I think that's a genuinely rare situation in anime. You almost never get the original creator coming back years later with more time and more budget to actually finish the story the way they meant to. Most finales just are what they are. So yeah, I think Bleach is quietly pulling off one of the best anime comebacks we've seen in years. And this final cour might be the moment people stop calling TYBW a rushed ending and start calling it the definitive version. Do you think the extra original content is going to save this finale? Or is it a risk? Let me know where you land.